Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another Subnautica stream. Today we will be, well, trying to explore the ghost zone, whatever that was again. There it is. And hopefully not be too scared of whatever we meet there. As of yet I've only seen the crab squids, which I have learned to combat now, so they should be an issue. So we'll just have to hope that there's nothing else of danger there. Now, before we leave, I want to make sure that I have appropriate amounts of material to build stuff once I go off. Currently, the main things I would probably need for anything would be the titanium for a rudimentary base, some circuitry to make a crafting station, and I do believe I have at least 1 or 2 computer chips in storage. Don't I? Okay, apparently not. And since I know I'm going to need 1, I guess I'll just make 1 to begin with. Currently I only have 2 extra power cells. Potentially it could be a wise idea to make new ones, but I think it should suffice. As long as I don't have to outrun anything or enter stealth mode, I should be fine. So with that, I think it's time we head out. First step is check how close I am to the ground so that I don't crash into it whilst turning towards the ghost zone. Oh, I didn't even look at that. Well, that could have been wise, but yeah, there was some bulbous masses close to the 2 entrances to the bone zone I have seen so far. So if I can detect some in this region as well, then it is quite possible that I can head down there. Oh, yes, those ones. So it's quite possible there's an entrance here as well, I just need to find it. Quite pretty area this. Looking down on the blood roots. The question is now just, where is the entrance? Fucking fish. Jeez. Nothing on the seabed that currently I can see of interest. Oh, let's see, this place also goes down, but there is a... It's one here as well. Yeah, okay, on second thought, I think I will just prepare to head down into the bone zone. If I want to explore topside, I'm going to use my trusty old prawn suit. Yikes.
Local scans show a nearby opening, leading to a biome with extensive fossilized remains.
Well... Oh. It would seem that this is a way to the bone zone. Actually might use the front camera here, it's actually kinda better. Right, so this is the fossilized region. Ah, there's another one. Wait, is that? Yeah, there is another one. Okay, request silent run. Ah, it can see me. Maybe not. Okay, turn around. I think it's time to head out. As long as that thing is around, it's going to be kinda dangerous to explore freely. Now this part does seem to be going further down, so I'm going to check out if it's worth exploring. Is the music a little loud, maybe? Oh. At least it goes pretty deep here. Yeah. Oh, more alien structures. Yeah, this place is definitely of interest. At least volume is a lot higher than I thought it would be. Music. There. Leviathan skeletal remains. Let's see what this is about. Sea dragon skeleton. Oh, the semi-intact skeletal structure of a Leviathan-class predator. Head trauma. There is clear evidence of massive physical trauma to the head. The damage is so severe it was likely the cause of death and must have occurred somewhere nearby. Damage is consistent with a high-speed collision with a solid object. Age. Stopping in the environment has helped to preserve these remains, but calcium decay suggests an approximate time of death 1,000 years ago. Bone growth suggests the creature was in the egg-laying stage of its life cycle. Why is my mask hiding it? Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. Sending. Infected individual. Currently 20 meters above the crush depth. Get out to the cameras again. Ooh. There just seems to be something laid in the tree. I'm assuming I'll be able to scan that. I like this place. This will be where this is where I'm going to set up my next base. Let's have it... If I set it up around here, it'll have access to both of these, so that should give me the power I need to recharge my batteries. Great. Giant cove tree. A vast tree encountered in a deep cove and the only one of its kind encountered on the planet. The tree is surrounded by rays grazing on its pink outer leaves. Bark. A hardy, fast-growing bark covers the outside of the tree. Minuscule organisms inhabit the notches in the surface. Ghost Leviathan eggs. But that's... The tree's branches are wrapped around a number of maturing eggs belonging to the species designated Ghost Leviathan. This tree appears to be an ancient nesting ground. The eggs were laid when the tree was young, and now the branches protect and grow with them as they await the right conditions to hatch. Right. So, two possibilities. My base will be completely destroyed, but I'll get to see them hatch. And two, I'll just have a nice place with a nice view. The rest of the time I spend here. -2. Okay, I'm not fully certain this is actually connected. Oh, it is. It is fully connected.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Sweet. Now we have a place to start working. First, set up the fabricator. And noises. Let's just ignore those. Let's see, I can see something over there that seems like either silver or... Oh, no, that's silver. No, that's nickel. Required for advanced fabrication. Nah, I need copper. Yum. Okay, so this should give me at least 12, possibly 14. Give me the conductive microbiocide element. No, microbicide. It's not microbiocide, it's microbicide. But I don't understand exactly why silver is one. Because microbiocide essentially just means that the microbes die on it. And I believe copper does, they die on copper because copper is simply generally a pretty toxic element in certain, or well, it's because it's able to like ionize and dissolve into liquids a lot easier, which is why it's so, well, that's why if you hammer a copper nail into a tree, it's most likely going to die because the copper will slowly seep into the tree, killing it. But yeah, like a lot of heavy metals that are poisonous are generally not a threat because they have so low, what is the word again, solubility in water. which is why usually it's not a problem, but copper, it's quite... what is the word? When an object is readily solvable into solutions. It's soluble. Soluble, that's the word. Okay, more copper, let's just upgrade the console from the outside. And here we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Drone suit and the depth module. The power cell charger. The 2 wally eyes. Oh, did I not bring the rubies? Shit. Somehow forgot that. As well as the interior modules. Interior pieces. The water filtration machine. Now I'm going to have ready access to water, which is going to be quite nice. I'll just make a few more of those in a while. 2. Yes. When it gives me less than 2 per piece, I get really disappointed. Oh. Like that. I got very disappointed, yet again. Because I need as much titanium as I can get right now.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'll grab a magnetite when I'm down there, because that I at least know I'll need more of if I want to make more thermal power plants. And, yes, there's the lithium I was talking about. I would go away if you don't want to get drilled. I feel like this is supposed to be silicon tetraoxide, but when working with chemical compounds, the number is usually written beneath the number, beneath the letter and not above. So I'm not entirely certain whether it's intended to be like 1 silica for oxygen, or whether it is silicon and oxide or per unit cell, which is a weird way to write it. So I'm going to assume that the game is doing it wrong. I'm going to assume that I know chemistry more than the game. Let's see, this is going to increase it by only decreasing it by 7.2. Oh, this place can have... Oh. Okay. I forgot that they were this... I didn't think they were this large. But if that's the case, maybe 1 will be enough. I'm going to need more glass. Okay, so if placed like this, they will be separate. In that case, I do actually have a plan for how I want to do it with these things. Because I think I'll be adding another layer to that room, which means I actually only need to get more titanium for it, but then that could be quite cool. Now, this thing apparently collided with something heavy. Could that potentially be connected with the alien presence? Did it ram itself at high speed at... Wait, hang on. It said severe head trauma. I suppose that's what's intended to be severe head trauma, but at the same time it also kinda just looks like natural bone growth. Doesn't look that severe, really. Didn't they even take the time to model like a massive crack in the skull, or am I just stupid? Possibly, probably the latter. Go here. And it's something that doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that.
Caution. Hazardous materials and life forms contained within.
But it's on the seafloor, so it's probably gotten out if there were anything inside here. So I'm just going to ignore the risk. Oh, nice, nice. Ion cubes. Leviathan embryos. Oh, adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimens acquired from nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small sample of eggs have been retained for continued high-priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Interesting. Large carnivore theta. Offsite lab established to study remains shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designated Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. So currently too deep. Assessment. While it's unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data there while the aliens attempt to develop a vaccine. I'm assuming that's the PDA talking. Can I scan? Ah, here we have egg. Sea dragon egg. Sea dragon egg. This large egg is held in a hermetically sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Without the means at the facility to house a fully grown sea dragon specimen, it is possible the aliens sought to study the egg-laying and incubation process. To what end is unclear. And I feel like the mother didn't like that very much. If they managed to grab an egg, unless they were to kill the parent, it's possible the parent would come after them, possibly crashing an entire facility, attempting to get its child back. Spinefish. Now, what's this over here? Biological.
Biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
Warper parts. The organic parts on display contain DNA from dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. This production line setup suggests these self-warping constructs were built, maintained, and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. That explains where those teleporters came from. Warper. Self-warping quarantine enforcer units. Network error resulted in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly enough through the core worlds. Confirmed death 143 billion individuals. Wow. Bacterial mechanisms. Attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. Interesting. That's...
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system.
Oh.
Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Oh, there. I am turning into the Hulk. Nice that the blotches didn't spread before I was able to see them. Is that another Ghost Leviathan? Interesting. Oh, but this thing does lead deeper down. I don't know if I should head down immediately or if I should... You have not seen me. I'll try to head past it. I don't think I'll head down currently. There is more I want to explore up here. Yep. I have a feeling that heading down will not help me find the off-site research facility. Ignore me! Don't throw the wrap. Hang on. What's this? Pyrocoral. Pyrocoral. This species, unlike any other encountered, blah blah, it relies on magma flow rather than water current to deliver nutrients. Okay, let's run a little bit further away before I start reading about it. Okay, so basically it just It doesn't get its nutrients from water. It uses magma. Interesting. This leads back up again. As lava rises up from the planet's core and erupts at vents, this core forms around the base until eventually it has surrounded the entire vent. Lava is then funneled up through the coral, allowing it to siphon minerals and heat as it goes. Interesting. So is this... okay, it's not hot around this exactly. I guess it takes most of the heat, and these probably aren't the largest vents either. Now, where am I? I'm far away from the bone zone and the ghost zone. I don't know where I'm going to end up if I follow this entire path up. I can seem to be almost directly below my base. So this exit is probably going to lead up to somewhere around the main island I've been living on. And that's that's a Reaper Leviathan skeleton. Reapers are ill-suited to high-temperature environments, suggesting these creatures was forced down into the active lava zone by conditions outside its control. That's not where I am. Trace muscle tissue remains on the bones, indicating the specimen died in recent months. Burns and other physical damage to the skeletal structure likely became prey for something bigger. What eats the Reaper Leviathans? Ghost Leviathans? The Sea Dragon Leviathan? Whatever it is, I don't want to meet it. Okay, that's just something on the bones. Interesting. The prowlers are around. Let's see. Do I have to get to a specific point on this skeleton, or can I just scan it here? I don't feel like going where the Leviathan is, so I'll go towards the end of this creature's tail. Hopefully that will be slightly safer. And now we can follow the tail end of this creature. Read about it maybe. Gargantuan fossil. The fossil remains of an extinct super predator. Its sheer size would have prohibited it from entering such an enclosed space, suggesting the geography of the planet has shifted around it over time. Yeah, a true apex predator. Dated at approximately 3 million years old, ribcage measurements suggest the creature was eel-like in structure. Calculations suggest this is only the front third of the specimen. The remains now support a vibrant microcosm of life. Note, there are a series of precise angular indentations on the ribcage, suggesting a third party has taken samples from the specimen at a previous time. Okay, so this entire bone length I can see now is only a third of the total length of the predator. Can I actually... yeah, there's room for a ladder. Let's put it here. And add this one to the alien containment units. There we go. Water filtration machine at this end. Right, now I can make the hatch and actually enter the second tank. Okay, so let's see. Problem is now that I just don't remember exactly which go where. The riding seat I think is here. I think none of us really go with that one, so what did I plant in the other one? This is where I planted the ghost weed. Let's see, the ghost weed, eye stalk, cape feather, and the membrane tree. The other one I'll probably do just for use plants, I think. Huh? Okay, one moment. Okay, I don't know why they fell through the planter. Okay, that guy doesn't seem to... No, actually, it's moving. That leg is going to open. This one also seems ready to burst, but it falls through the planter. This one doesn't seem too happy. I'd put it in the other one. Why are they falling through? Hey, come on. I want to hatch, yes. Stop running away. Okay, try this one again. It falls through. I have a feeling something is just glitched out. Hopefully temporarily, but I don't know. One of the eggs at least managed to fall to the floor without falling through. Oh, there's another way. Unless that's... Oh no, there is something here. There definitely is something here. But maybe not in time. No, this actually should lead to a research area. Ooh, sulfur. Yeah, does it hurt to stand in this? Yeah, yes it does. I can scan it from a safe distance though. Crystalline sulfur. So this is not the research area, this is just another portal area like the one I found in the... Was it the bulb bush area? I think it was around that. No, or was it the shroom trees? One of the two. It's akin to what I found in those regions, but not entirely certain exactly what that is. But it was what I was hoping for, a treasure behind the waterfall. Though it's the only place I found that so far. That egg seems to still be hatching, so it will one day. And there, we have a crash fish. Let's see, will it explode if I enter? No, but I can pick it up. Explosive prey fish raised in containment. Sweet. And there we see a bit of a crossroads, it would seem. And, oh, skeleton. And one of these guys. Finish. Yeah, I missed. But yeah, no. Here we see a skeleton with some interesting structures. Ancient skeleton. Let's see. Ancient fossilized skeleton. The skeleton of a million-year-old armored carnivore. Projections suggest this life form would have been larger than any living creature encountered on the planet. The ocean of that time would have been very different to support life forms of this size, with more open geography and many more individuals in the Leviathan range. Here we have something, which is locked behind an orange tablet. That means I'm out of those. Maybe I need to make another one. Oh, I can try. Let's drive it. Okay, so this seems to be a... I don't know if it was always flooded, but this seems to just be a fossilized specimen area. Mixed Leviathan fossils. These fossils likely came from the ancient ancestors of the Leviathans which inhabit the planet today. The relative size and delicacy of the bones suggest they formed part of the air canal or some other complex internal structure. Fascinating. The aliens discovered the life forms on the planet have just one sex. Wow. They observed local organisms engaging in asexual reproduction. Yes, all healthy individuals tested were capable of egg laying, and eggs usually required genetic material from another of the species. Shit. In rare case, only one parent was required. With evolutionary mutation introduced by the effects of the environment itself. Research appear to have been focused around hatching conditions and genetic variation between parent and child. So it doesn't seem like one egg would be enough to get, like, several animals, unfortunately. Oof. I also like how the nuclear reactor requires an entire plastidarian, yet when this entire room only required 2. Still, it is what it is. Let's place it here, above the... Now the small fishes can look up in awe on the nice nuclear reactor.
Exercise caution when handling radioactive materials.
Nope.
Exposure risks corrupting your PDA's recording of the circumstances of your death.
Oh. Oh, now. The total charge of it, however, is quite good. 2,500. Yeah. I don't know how much charge there is per fuel rod, but the nuclear reactor can hold its own quite a while. There we go. What? Okay. Guess it's just catastrophe. Her Majesty didn't want anything to do with the ship. Yeah, the color doesn't really know itself in this this area, but still it looks kind of cool. Even if you whether you can see the color properly or not, it still looks kind of cool. So I think that's good. Now where's the name? Again, the name is barely legible. I think I'll give it a lighter color.